beautiful people. Happy Vlogmas! If you haven't checked out my other Vlogmas videos in this Vlogmas series this Christmas and holiday season, definitely check that out. But today I wanted to share with you guys my experience with starting antidepressant, anti-anxiety medicine. I'm giving away some free ear pods, so make sure you do check out my Vlogmas videos to see which video I'm giving away ear pods in and how to enter that giveaway, so you don't miss out on your chance to win. Secondly, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you guys can stay up to date when I do drop my Vlogmas. I'm shooting to do every day of Vlogmas from December 1st to December 25th. So send me some positive vibes, pray for me, whatever. But let's get started in this video. I actually just bleached my eyebrows and I actually did a video on that. I don't know if it's going to be out before this video or after this video. It should be before, but check that out if you guys are interested in seeing how I bleach my eyebrows. I've been wanting to talk to you guys about my experience with starting antidepressant and anti-anxiety medicine. Specifically, I started for the anxiety part. It just so happens the drug that I'm on is the antidepressant and anti-anxiety, so that's always nice to get that antidepressant in there. I have some notes on my phone, so if you guys see me looking down or anything, that's what I'm looking at. I feel like I always have to say that. I don't know why, but I feel like I always do. I'm gonna start off with what I was feeling before getting on this medicine. So I don't know where this started. I feel like I've had anxiety my whole life, but this past year, recently, it just got 1,000 times worse, and I do mean worse. I like driving, so I'm normally in the driver's seat, but I was taking a lot of road trips and would have to not be in the driver's seat, and I would just feel super claustrophobic to the point of like literally stop this car and let me out claustrophobic. I feel like there's like a mental side of anxiety, like the stuff that's in your head, but there's also a physical part of anxiety. And the physical part for me, my heart would race like just crazy, or my heart would like skip beats, you know, sweaty, clammy hands, like the tapping of the foot, the shaking of the leg. I would even feel like claustrophobic in like a big wide open space like my room. Like my room is pretty open, you guys can't see, but it's pretty open. I would even be like in my bed laying down and feel claustrophobic. I mean, there would be no walls around me, like it'd just be big open space, and I would still feel claustrophobic and feel like everything was like closing in on me. So that was a big part of my anxiety too. But also like in the car rides, if I was not in the driver's seat, I would get claustrophobic. Okay, if you know, you know. If you know, you know, because I feel myself struggling to explain. But there's definitely a difference of my bladder's full, I have to pee, and I'm having a bad anxiety attack right now, I have to pee. And that was the kind of feeling I was having in my bladder, the anxiety attack type bladder feeling. I don't know, if you know, you know, but that feeling is probably one of the worst feelings ever. And I think one of the worst things about it before I got on medication, it was like I don't know what to do to calm myself down to feel better. And so I would literally just have to wait it out and just close my eyes and breathe. Breathing helped, definitely, like taking the time to, okay, inhale and then just exhale. Like there's definitely some breathing techniques you can do to help. But ultimately, like I just felt really trapped and felt like, okay, there's nothing I can do. Like, well, I just have to wait for this anxiety attack to pass. And I won't say that I have had a lot of anxiety attacks, like not being able to breathe and like a tight chest and like hyperventilating. I've only had those probably like 3 or 4 times, but that was like triggered because I was already like upset and crying, and so it just got worse. The physical aspect to my anxiety is probably one of the biggest things that started to bother me this past year, because I mean, I stay overthinking. Like even though I'm on anxiety medicine now, I still overthink. So don't think like getting on anti-anxiety or antidepressant medicine is going to just cure you, because it's not. It more so just allows you to manage and allows your everyday quality of life to increase and get a little better, simply because you can manage your anxiety and depression a little better. So no, getting on medicine doesn't take it away completely, it just helps you manage it. I think that's my experience. I still overthink, so don't think like getting on anti-anxiety medicine is going to stop your overthinking, because no, I just find it easier to like take a step back and be like, okay, and like ground and calm myself down, versus when I was not on medicine, I would just like literally it would spiral. Like one thought would literally trigger 1,000 more thoughts, and I would literally just spiral to the point where I felt like it was hard to get things done because I just felt so anxious and overwhelmed and just anxious about everything that I had to do and get done in my life. If you guys hear people in the background, it's my family, they're loud. But I was finding it hard to just do my everyday life because I was feeling so anxious and overwhelmed with all of it. And getting on antidepressants, like I said, definitely helps manage that. It helps me manage, you know, my feelings of feeling overwhelmed. It helps me really just to be able to take a step back and like ground myself. And I feel like that's one of the most important differences that I have seen since taking my medicine, besides the physical differences, because now I don't feel like when I get in, I mean, sometimes it still happens, but not as bad and not as often. I don't get in spaces and feel like, oh, it's caving in on me. I don't feel claustrophobic. Another thing that would like make me feel like anxious and like claustrophobic and like just super like, oh my gosh, like I need to get out of here, cuddling. And I know it's weird, but and I've never felt like this, but I recently started dating this year again, and so there was this guy I would cuddle with, and I literally would just feel like I was about to explode. Like physically, I was just like, you know, laying there cuddling, but on the inside of my head, I am running around like, oh my gosh, I need to get up, I need to get out, like I need to get some space, like I can't breathe. And yeah, so honestly, when it got to that point where I couldn't even cuddle without feeling anxious, I was like, ooh, I need some help. I need some help. So I didn't necessarily reach out to my doctor for the depression side of the medicine, but it definitely helps. I have PCOS, so my hormones automatically like are out of whack, and so putting anxiety and depression on top of an already imbalanced body hormonally, I feel like is just terrible. So if you have PCOS and when your periods come around, that's another thing. That's another thing. When my periods were rolling around, I literally, I mean, it was hell, to say the least. Like what I wanted to say, I feel like YouTube might take that video down, maybe. But when my periods would roll around, it literally would be the worst. Like mentally, I was done. And I'm not even trying to over exaggerate. I literally was, every time my period would roll around the week before, I wanted to die, to say the least. I mean, it's terrible. And if you don't have periods that make you feel like this, like, I'm so happy for you. But if you do have periods that make you feel like this, definitely talk to your doctor about getting you on something that helps regulate your hormones. And I'm not suggesting birth control because I definitely passed up birth control many of times. And yeah, PCOS, that's a whole nother video on how to regulate and help manage that. But my periods, that was a bad thing too. Like it was all around bad. And so getting on the antidepressant, anti-anxiety medicines, I've definitely noticed a difference in my mood, like the week before my period or even like during my period. It's not as bad anymore. I don't feel like I want to die all the time, and I'm not over exaggerating at all. Like if you know, you know. But I mean, like if you don't have this, you could be watching this video and be like, she's just being dramatic. Like no, it was that bad. Like I got to the point I was like, I don't know what to do, but I don't want to feel like this every week before my period and during my period. Like it was terrible. And so yeah, getting on antidepressant and anti-anxiety medicines helps a lot. And I keep saying anti-anxiety and antidepressant because the pill that I'm on is Zoloft, and I'll write it on the screen, and it is an anti-anxiety and antidepressant medicine. So you get both of those in one pill, and I love it. I have had no negative side effects. I think the only negative side effect I've had, and this is a weird one because at first I was like, no, this isn't causing this, excessive yawning. And I'm not even kidding. I will have like periods of like 30 minutes where I just yawn the whole time. I'm not even kidding. Like I yawn like just for 30 minutes straight, just yawning. And since I've been on my medicines for a couple of months, I think it's probably been like 4 or 5 months, maybe 4.5 maybe, it's definitely gotten a little better. I still do have long periods where I'm just yawning excessively, but it's definitely shortened. Like it doesn't happen as often. And that definitely is a thing. Like, look it up. It's definitely a side effect, excessive yawning. But that's the only negative side effect that I've had. I definitely had a good experience on Zoloft. So yeah, when I first got on it, I started off with 25 milligrams. I think I stayed on that. Okay, I'm not even for sure how long I stayed on each dosage, but I'm at 75 now. I started off with 25. I want to say maybe a couple weeks that I did 25. I've been on 50 milligrams for the longest, but I recently, like maybe 2 weeks ago, just upped it to 75. So yeah, I don't think I want to go any higher because I don't want my body to become dependent on this drug. And I'm not even like a huge fan of drugs. Like, when I have a headache, I like to wait it out, try the natural remedies before I have to take medicine. Like, I'm not a fan of Western medicine. I'm not saying I'm against it, because I'm definitely all for, you know, holistic healing and science. I think there's a nice perfect balance somewhere there is all I'm saying. I don't want to get to a point where it doesn't work anymore. So that's why I think I'm gonna stay at 75 for a while and see how this is going. I mean, honestly, it's going well. Like 25, I feel like I didn't feel much. I feel like I didn't feel much. 50, I was on 50 for the longest since I've been on it, and like I said, I just recently upped it to 75, and I definitely feel better it being a little higher. But overall, I can definitely tell that this medicine has definitely helped my life and my quality of life and my mental and even my physical, and just being able to get stuff done. If you listen to this video and you thought, some of that sounds like me, I definitely would suggest talking to your doctor about it. Maybe even doing your own research and considering it for yourself. Now, I'm not trying to push this on anybody, but I just wanted to share my experience in case it would help somebody else out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't be scared to speak out and speak up if you need help. Everyone needs help, and it's nothing to be ashamed of if you do need extra help, like medication or therapy. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of. So don't feel bad about asking for the things you need. I just wanted to say that because I know in the Black community, mental health really isn't talked about, and in some aspects it's even, I don't want to say looked down upon, but it's just not shown in a positive light in the Black community. So I don't know, just don't feel crazy or feel bad about needing medicine or extra help, whatever form the help may come in. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys can stay tuned for my other Vlogmas videos this holiday season. I'm super excited. I have a lot in store for you guys, so I'm super excited about that. Again, make sure not to miss out on the earpod giveaway video, and that will be in my Vlogmas Day 1 video. Do you want to say hi? Come on, say hi. Penny says hi. Say hi. Look. 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 Say hi. Whatever. Yeah, but make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys enter that giveaway, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay guys, so I picked a giveaway winner. As you guys see, I didn't just pick any name. I actually put it into a random generator on Google and decided to pick that way. So, you know, I didn't show any favoritism or anything, but I recorded it so you guys saw that everything was fair. If this is you, please reach out to me on Instagram so I can ship you your earpods. Thanks guys.